Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I wanted to come on here and just talk about some people. Before we get into it, I want to go ahead and talk about Quad. I know some of you don't watch Married to Medicine. If you don't watch, it's a show called Married to Medicine. It's a reality TV show. It appears on Bravo. If you don't watch it, you should check it out. It's a really great show. Quad Webb. Let's talk about her really, really fast. So it looks as if Quad probably ain't coming back after this season. Um, I want to talk about Quad, Funky Dineva, Mariah, and Rico Chappelle. And I want to talk about a story that Funky Dineva told down to the YouTube. Now, I don't know if Funky Dineva was lying. He could have been. I don't think he was. I believed everything he had to say. Some of you may not remember the story that I'm about to retell. Because I don't think that I don't think it's on YouTube anymore. I don't know. It could be, but I don't think it is. I think he's made the video and I think he took it down. But, sometimes the girl's going to screen record and post it somewhere. Okay. So this is according to All True Tea. Shout out to All True Tea. It says Quad responds to a few comments. So someone says in the comment section, the show is not the same without you in it. Beautiful. They're calling her beautiful. And then she responded to the person and said, well, you will all be able to enjoy me for 2 more episodes only this season. Sad, but oh so true. And then here come y'all girl. Portia, the one who walked into that lady's house and walked out with her husband and her Hennessy. Her. Portia says, so crazy how I see what you try to express so clearly. Weird how it's so confusing to others. And then Quad responded to Portia and said, child, people see and hear what they want to see and hear. No matter how good you do, if they want to paint you negatively, they will. And then Portia replied and said, shades, oh, jealousy will always tell a different story. Living well as you do is best revenge. Revenge. Hashtag she has risen. And then Quad responded and said, I'm like, why so mad? Did I take food from their tables? We were just talking about Quad last night in my review. Shout out to LTV Productions. I had read something from him on Twitter. And I'm going to read that again because I agreed with what he had to say. This is what LTV Productions had to say. He also has a YouTube channel. Where is it at? He said, Quad, I like you. You've helped build this show to what it is. However, you're not as solid as you once were. You fall out with the group and take sabbaticals. Every year, you have to fight for your contract. Being a stunt queen is not going to keep you. Look out for you. I think Quad got comfortable. I think Quad thought that she was not replaceable. I don't know why y'all keep thinking. I don't know why y'all be thinking. Let me tell y'all something. If they got rid of Nene, let me tell y'all something. I knew that Bravo wasn't playing with none of y'all girls down to the Bravo when they got rid of that white woman. When they started getting rid of the white folk, I said, "Oh, girl, Vicky Gunkelson, whatever her name is, the one down over to the OC, the OG of the OGs of the OGs." When they got rid of Vicky, I said, "Oh, girl, y'all girls might want to be careful." So I think a part of it is Quad thinks that she may be untouchable. I think that Quad thinks that, oh, girl, I'm good. Quad may not necessarily need the show. I don't know Quad finances. I don't keep up with Quad like that. I don't know what Quad got in her account. I don't know what Quad has invested her money in. I don't know what businesses she may own. I don't know. Hopefully she's doing well outside of the show. So even if she isn't invited back next season, girl, it won't break her. With all that being said, I still think Quad started to smell herself at one point, especially when she got down to the sister circle. I think she thought she was down to the View and she was going to be good to go. And then, girl, that show got canceled, and girl, she had to come back and fight for her life. If we're going to be honest, because Quad really ain't did nothing to these girls, if we're going to be real about it. And I'm going to tell the story about Mariah in a couple of minutes. But Quad really ain't did nothing to nobody on this show. The only person that probably could scream she's did something to me, and that beef goes back 10 years, is Toya. Married to Medicine has been on for 10 seasons. I don't know who started the beef. I don't know who gonna end the beef. But I do know that Toya and Quad don't see it for each other. Other than that, Quad really ain't did nothing to Jackie. She ain't did nothing to Simone. She ain't did nothing to Heavenly. Right? Contessa when she was on the show. Carrie when she was on, like, Quad really ain't did nothing to nobody. So it is hard for me to understand why they have the feelings that they have towards Quad. Now, I see a lot of people talking about, oh, it's good for Quad because what Quad did to Mariah. This is what I think happened with Mariah. The show came on. Everyone in the group thought that Mariah was the queen bee. Mariah used to call herself the nucleus of the group, right? That's all she screamed. That's all she screamed, right? I think that because the women knew that Mariah was the creator of the show, that Mariah had some power. And Mariah really didn't have no power because they voted her off her own show. So that lets you know she ain't had no power. It was one reunion. This was after Quad and Mariah had a falling out. Their friendship was pretty much fractured, where Quad was basically at the reunion and she was telling Mariah, you ain't got no power, you don't cut no checks, you don't write no checks, you don't issue no checks, you can't fire nobody, you can't do nothing. And I think, after the first season of the show, the girls started to figure out, all of the girls started to figure out that Mariah didn't really have no power. Now she had a helping hand in getting them on the show, but she ain't got no hand in getting them off of the show. I honestly think that the girls probably didn't even too much care for Mariah. I don't think Dr. Jackie definitely didn't see it for Mariah. She only dealt with Mariah just because. I don't think Dr. Simone, we know Heavenly don't, right? And then once Quad fell out with Mariah, it was a wrap. So you got most of the cast who really don't see it for Mariah, right? Then you got Toya, who really didn't see it for Mariah. They done got into a whole fist fight down to the swimming pool with their formal gowns on. So that's pretty much the entire cast that really don't fool with Mariah like that. So now they found out that Mariah really ain't got no power. Oh, girl. So we really pretty much been kissing your ass for no reason. You can't do shit to us. And I think after that, once they found out Mariah didn't have no power, it looked as if they were taking Quad's side. But really and truly, they really just didn't fuck with Mariah. So I think some of the viewers started to think that, oh, like I see this a lot in the comments, Quad is the reason why Mariah ain't on the show. Quad is the reason why the ladies took her side and not Mariah's. No, they just didn't like Mariah. And they just used Quad, or taking Quad's side, basically pretty much to ice Mariah out. So here comes Funky Dineva, right? Funky Dineva comes down to the YouTube. And he tells a story of him, Quad, Rico Chappelle, and Mariah. Supposedly, and this is not allegedly, this is what Funky said. Okay? Funky said that Mariah was allegedly pissed off. I'm going to say allegedly. Pissed off and upset that Quad had become the fan favorite after the first season. And she felt some type of way about that. So a lot of people are thinking that Quad is the reason for the demise of their relationship when from what Funky says, it really was Mariah. Mariah started to feel some type of way about Quad being the star of the show, the fan favorite. So that's how the relationship started to kind of fall apart. They all met up. I think he said it was STK in Midtown Atlanta. I think that's what he said. I could have the restaurant wrong, but nonetheless, it was a restaurant. They all met up. He said Mariah was a drunk mess. He said in conversations he's had with Mariah that Mariah promised him, like, I guess, to somehow she would get him on television and all types of mess. He said he wasn't buying it. They said Mariah got so drunk, I think they had to drive Mariah home from the restaurant. Again, this is not allegedly. This is coming from. This is what I remember Funky saying. Now, I guess I should say allegedly. This is allegedly what happened, but Funky Dineva is the one who said it. Okay. So I'm just telling this story just to say that when you really go back to season 1 and you start to look at the breakdown of what happened, I think it's unfair to put everything on Quad's shoulders. That's just not how I don't think it went. And now I think that the ladies have an issue with Quad for whatever reason. But the truth of the matter is, if we really gonna be honest about it, Quad really ain't did a fuck thing to none of y'all. She really hasn't. She'll ghost y'all asses after y'all stop filming, and then she'll come back around and y'all be mad about it because, girl, yeah, I guess y'all want to still have some type of friendship with her outside of the show. Now you could be upset about that, but other than that, tell me what has Quad did to Dr. Simone? What has Quad done to Dr. Jackie? What has Quad done to Dr. Heavenly? What has Quad? Well, Quad and Toya is a whole nother situation. What has Quad done to Dr. Contessa? What did Quad do to Carrie? You see what I'm saying? It's something about Quad that gets those girls worked up. I think multiple things can be true at the same time. I think that Quad got a little too comfortable, and I think those girls dislike Quad for a reason that we just don't know about. Full stop. I think they use Quad as the reason of, oh, we're going to side with Quad, but they really and truly didn't fuck with Mariah. I like Mariah. I hope Mariah comes back to the show. I think she's great for the show. I don't think Quad is coming back. Quad is just kept. I mean, Quad, girl, really and truly at this point, girl, you're kind of not needed. All you doing is pulling stunts and shows. Just like Phaedra ain't needed. Quad really ain't needed. If we're going to be honest about it, I really do think that the problem that they have with Quad is that Quad is not married. Toya has had it out for Quad. I'm not gonna say, like I said, it's a beef that goes back to season 1. I know for a fact that once Quad decided to divorce Dr. G, Toya has been wanting Quad off of that show because she's not married. I think they have a problem with Quad being the single woman on the show. I really do believe that. I really do believe that. But the truth of the matter is, girl, Dr. Heavenly can't carry that show by herself. And Dr. Jackie, she not gonna do nothing. Dr. Jackie is there just to solidify the show as doctors. Dr. Simone, she'll do a whole bunch of hollering and screaming. That's my girl, don't get it twisted. But Dr. Simone can't carry the show. She only gonna go so far. Toya, she'll do a little something around the house. Girl, what they need to do is just keep the cast, keep Quad, and bring Mariah Black ass back. Girl, that would be the show. That would be the show. I know I've heard Dr. Heavenly say that Mariah ain't coming back, so stop saying it. because I guess it's some more stuff that went down behind the scenes that we don't know about. But in my honest opinion, girl, Mariah ain't did half of the shit that Nene done publicly. Yes, Mariah was trying, I guess, suing the network, but girl, other than that, girl, I don't. It didn't sound like it was something that couldn't be rectified. You know what I'm saying? Mariah was not her calling the girls racist and cokeheads. I'm just saying. Y'all done brought Phaedra in thinking Phaedra was gonna bring a crowd over, and girl, they don't even fool. I be trying to tell the people they don't listen to me, girl. Y'all don't really fool with y'all faves like that. Y'all fool with y'all faves because they have conflict with people who you don't like. Y'all like Phaedra because y'all hate Kenya, but really and truly outside of that, y'all really don't fuck with Phaedra. Like y'all never like Monique Samuels. Y'all only like Monique because girl, y'all hated Candace. Because when Monique went over on that other show, girl, y'all didn't even watch it. That's how I knew y'all don't. That's how I knew y'all don't really fuck with Monique. Now we got Phaedra back on Bravo, down to Married to Medicine. Girl, y'all ain't even watching. That's how I know y'all don't fool with Phaedra. Girl, y'all just didn't like Kenya. Girl. Girl. Just like y'all don't really go up for Karen like that. Karen had her own spinoff show. Y'all didn't even watch. I think about 10,000 people tuned in. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell that story. And somewhat kind of take up for Quad because I think Quad gets a bad. Like I said, multiple things can be true. I think Quad gets comfortable. I think that Quad think that she can't be replaced, and that's not the truth. I think that Quad, when she got that sister circle job, she thought she was down to the View, and she thought she was girl gonna be the next Sonny Hostin and Whoopi Goldberg and all that stuff. And girl, they snatched that show. I think that Quad smells herself sometime. I do. But past that, Quad really ain't got Mariah kicked off no show. Those girls don't have no power like that. Quad didn't get. None of those girls have the power to just hire and fire. Okay, so we can cut that out right now. Those women never really too much fool with Mariah like that. And once they found out Mariah didn't have no power, no control, no say so, she don't write no checks. Girl, they said we gonna get this bitch up out of here, and that's exactly what they did. Okay. If Quad comes back next season, she comes back. If she doesn't, she doesn't. I mean, girl, Quad is just kept. She really ain't doing shit anyways, but ringing stunts and shows. Quad ain't never did nothing to these ladies. That is a God honest truth. Not that I can remember, y'all let me know. And except for Toya, that's the only one I'm gonna give a pass to about having a back and forth. And Quad could have possibly started the shit with Toya. I can't remember. It's been 10 years. Other than that, Shane did nothing to these other heifers on that show. They just don't like Quad for whatever reason. And they feelings hurt because Quad don't want to be their friend. It's very, very middle school if you ask me. And that story that Funky Dineva said, it might still be out there floating around on the internet somewhere, but he told that story. And he said that's why Mariah was mad at Quad. And that was the start of the beginning of the end, or however you said, of their friendship. And those were the people that he said were involved: Rico Chappelle, him, Mariah, and Quad. Anyways, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all. And if we're going to be honest about it, the truth of the matter is Quad should be more pissed off at them than they should be pissed off at her. Because the way that they treated Quad when she was going through what she was going through with Dr. G, and that was from Dr. Simone on down. And also, another truth is they can bring Dr. G and Sweet Tea back on this show, and that's all fine and dandy. But y'all can't sit here and scream sisterhood, sisterhood, sisterhood like Simone wants to scream, and then in the same breath, girl, you also want to be friends with the man who Quad say was dragging her down a flight of stairs. Let's just call a thing a thing. Now not they say. Dr. G said that girl Quad had a knife, so I don't know. I guess they was over there fighting each other, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that girl Dr. G was pulling Quad around that house, girl, by her pony. Okay. And then now you got Dr. Heavenly also, before the show started, down to the internet, girl, taking pictures with Sweet Tea. But then y'all want to get mad when Quad don't want to fool with none of y'all heifers. Girl, hello? And then Dr. Jackie wants to get down. I'm gonna give Jackie a little bit too. Dr. Jackie wants to get down to the show this season, talking about basically they never got a chance to get in contact with Quad to see would it be okay to hang out. I guess with the new wife of the ex-husband. Girl, don't nobody have to tell you that. Girl, y'all too motherfucking long in a tooth for somebody to have to break down simple shit to y'all. If y'all know that me and my man used to fight over here in the house, why do I need to break it down? I don't want y'all hanging out with that nigga or the new bitch he bringing around. There is very much 1, 2, 3 for me. Okay, just say y'all don't give a damn about Quad or how she feel, and just call it a day. But don't act like, girl, it's his sisterhood when it's really not. The only person that should have been okay, it would have looked okay to bring Sweet Tea on the show was Toya, and that's because Toya and Quad really don't fool with each other like that. That would make sense because Toya don't owe Quad nothing. But the other girls who want to talk about sisterhood and you're not picking up the phone, girl. And again, I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. Toya Quad ain't did shit to none of those other women. None of them. So for y'all to have the attitude or have the feelings that y'all have toward Quad, I don't know how to wrap my head around it. Anyways, I'm going. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.